Hey everybody, just Monger doing a deck profile on the new Evil Hero stuff. I'm quite fond of the new Evil Hero stuff. They come out officially for the OCG in I think November or something like that, and then we'll get it a couple months later, probably around February, March, something like that. Hopefully. So I don't have the actual cards, unfortunately, but I have been practicing online, and I have found my preferred ratios and build for this. Starting off, we're of course with 3 copies of Stratos, just you need it, as well as 1 Mist, 1 Winged Kuriboh, and 1 Neos. Now you notice that we aren't playing Liquid Soldier. It's because we don't need him anymore in this build. Because we're using our searches more efficiently now for different parts of the combo, we don't really need Liquid Soldier. He's not super relevant in my opinion. While it is nice to have another elemental hero name that's a interesting attribute, it's just not really needed. For the vision package, we're still on 3 Vion to increase, or 3 Fairs to increase 2 Vion. You need to play it. For the Evil package, we're on 1 copy of Dusted Gold, 1 copy of the new Evil Hero Death Prison, as well as 1 copy of Sinister Necrom, and 1 copy of the new Infernal Rider. We'll get into the Evil Hero line a little bit later. For Destinies, we're still on the 3 Mally, the 1 Annihilator, and then the 1 Plasma as a just-in-case card. Moving on to the spells, we're of course still on 3 copies of Hero Lives. However, now we're on 3 copies of Evil Assault. This card is basically just another copy of Hero Lives, except for Evil Heroes, which is neat. It does net you a discard, however, it is still a great card to use. We're also on 2 copies of E-Call. Because we're actually playing a higher deck count, we're now required to. I think E-Call's better now, in my opinion. We're also on Retta and Foolish, as well as down to 1 copy of Poly, because we have access to different forms of fusion and all that, different lines we can take, and we are playing less just generic stuff, like we cut Absolute Zero. We only need the 1, it's fine. We're also on the 1 Miracle Fusion and the 1 Dark Fusion. Dark Fusion is actually searchable, we'll get into that later. We're on 2 Mass Change. You could probably cut this down to 1 if you want to save deck space. I think 2 is fine. I wouldn't go higher. As well as 3 Fusion Destiny. Moving on to some other stuff. We're on 3 Droplet, of course, and the 1 Called By. For traps, 1 Favorite Contact, and the new Dark Supremacy card. This is a really great card. Usually you're getting 2 monster negates off of it. It's really good. Also very searchable as well. And then, of course, we're on the 3 Imperm. Imperm's just a great card. Moving on to the extra deck, we're on the Flame Wingman, Sunrise, Wake Up, Shining News Wingman. For Destinies, we're on DPE, Dystopia for Time. For the Evil Hero stuff, we're on the new Evil Hero Inferno Wing, Inferno Backlash. This thing actually searches out your Dark Supremacy, which is cool. And as a tech option, you don't have to play this, but we are playing the new Neos Lord. Pretty neat card. I think it's interesting. You could honestly cut it. You could just run the 1 Backlash if you wanted. We're also on 1 Dark Law, 1 Blast. Moving on to the links, we're on Friendly Vicer, 1 Driver, 2 Cross Crusader, and the 1 Dread Decimator. Nothing new here. Same ratios. And getting into the Evil Hero line, either you want to draw into Evil Assault or your copy of a Dusted Gold. For simplicity's sake, we're going to assume that we have Evil Assault. And any discard, so for this, let's just say we have Imperm here. Start our turn, activating Evil Assault, pitching that. Then we're going to special Death Prison. Death Prison will send a Sinister Necrom. Sinister Necrom will banish itself to special a copy of Infernal Rider. Infernal Rider will then search us a Dark Fusion from our deck. And then we'll use Dark Fusion here to fuse these 2. into a copy of Infernal Wing, Infernal Backlash, which will then search us a copy of Stark Supremacy. Now, this is only a small portion of the combo. There's so much more you could do with this deck. In my opinion, the new Evil Hero stuff just raises the ceiling so much more. It adds some really interesting interactions. The fact that your opponent has to choose what to negate now, where if you can actually lead with the Evil Hero lineup first. So they, if they don't know the matchup very well, or they do, they have to decide if they want to lock you out of your normal polymerization line with the Ferris, or if they want to lock out your Evil Hero line to get Dark Supremacy. Which is really neat because they have to choose which one you want. There's just so much more flex options you can do. There's just so much more you can do. It's great. I love the new packaging and stuff. You can also run a copy of Super Polymerization, and then you could run something like Neos Lord, or some of the attributes, elemental heroes. That's also possible. I don't think they're great this format, which is why I'm not playing it. However, if there is a future format where it's primarily dominated by like one specific attribute, like a fire deck, for example, then I think running a Super Poly package with that will be pretty good. But yeah, this deck is really great. There's so much more opportunities to do with it now. I'll definitely be tinkering out these combos a bit more, seeing what else you can do with them. But this is just the bare minimum. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this deck profile and like the combos. Let me know what you guys discover with the new tech options are now available.